These seats look nice right here.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's pop a squat.
So, friends, look at that deer over there. So, friends, look at that deer over there. I got this one. No, wait. If you fire your gun, all the other Indians will hear. Unka, you must do this.
What's this movie about? Is it like Indians or something? I don't even understand this.
It's The Last of the Mohegans. Don't you know? I read it in sophomore year of Harvard.
Oh, yeah, no. Mr. Rather hasn't gotten there yet.
Ah, come on.
I don't get this. They were so brave. Did you see how that Indian just went up and cut its throat? I don't understand how they could ever just get pushed off their land. Like,
Oh, I remember reading that at sophomore year at Harvard. They were one people and they were happy. They took wives who bore them children. They worshipped the Great Spirit. And then the Dutch landed and gave the people the fire water, and they drank it and they parted with their land. I think the Indian in the scene, he was brave because when he killed a deer, he trusted in his own skill, and that's why he was able to kill it so easily.
yeah, I agree. It's like he not only trusted in himself, but he trusted in the Great Spirit, unlike his ancestors before him. And because he trusted in that Great Spirit, he was able to kill the deer, which was taking on his. Yeah, I agree. I think it was really brave of the Indian not only to go and trust in himself to take this deer on, but he also trusted in the Great Spirit, unlike his ancestors before him. And I honestly think that him killing the deer is representative of him being successful. Yeah, this actually reminds me of a poem we recently read in Mr. Rather's class, To a Waterfall it's called. So it's basically, there's this bird, it's flying in this vast, boundless sky, and even though there's danger present, it mentions that there's danger because of the fowler's eye, the hunter, it still flies because the author makes it clear that he has God watching over it. So since this bird trusts in God, it still flies into danger because God's watching over
That
that.
is the same thing. The bird is like the boy in The Last of the Mohegans.
That the Indian and the bird are the same because they both trust in God and they're both able to take on these dangerous tasks and accomplish them.
Hey, excuse me, I couldn't help overhearing a conversation. You're both talking about these dangers, and it really reminded me of this book I read, Rip Van Winkle.
Did you just change?
Yeah, this is my thinking sweatshirt.
Alright, well then, wrap your head around this one. I think that those metaphors you guys were talking about really connect back to Irving's whole, thing in Rip Van Winkle's illusion and his question about the frontier.
Yeah, I think Irvin really questions, how do we push the frontier? What do we do when we're confronted with the frontier? And I think this is a perfect example here in this movie and, in that poem that when people are confronted even with danger, even with hazard, when they come to the frontier, they trust in God, they push it, and they're successful.
I think that thinking sweater really helps you.
Yeah, I mean, what can I say? Hey, look, Twilight 17 starting.
Oh my gosh.